Hi. Hello again, sparrows. This is the most Pippi-ish thing I could find. So this is number two today. And yesterday, ran out of battery on my phone and I didn't know what else to do. So we got lost halfway through what I was reading. So welcome back to number two. This is the most Pippi-ish I can find. So what will we start with first? Let's start with feathers. Blow your wishes on the feathers. And I wanted to tell you this morning, when I take my dog on a spirit walk, so I walk my dog way where there's no people. I like my dog to run free in nature. And do you know what flew over my head? A bald eagle. Right over my head. I have never seen an eagle so close. It was absolutely magnificent. Do you know why a bald eagle is called a bald eagle? They are not bald. They got feathers on their head. They got feathers, not like these feathers, no. They have white feathers on their head, black feathers on their body. So from the ground, when you look up, you can see the black outline, the silhouette of the eagle, but you cannot see the white feathers on their heads because they look invisible from the ground. So they look like they're bald. They're not bald. Anyway, that's their name, and that's what I know about bald eagles, and it was a gift this morning, so I wanted to share it with you. So I also have this. You see that? Ooh. Oh, I can't make it. Oh, there you go. It's a tiny little owl. So this fell out of one of the boxes when I was unpacking from the nest yesterday. This little owl was in a big bundle of fabric that a friend of mine gave me. So the owl is here too. We have a lot of birds. A lot of birds here in our nest today. We also have our friend. He is bald. He got no feathers. And he definitely hasn't got any hair. So he is bald, not the eagle. And make a wish. Blow it out the window. Okay, here we go. I have my phone balanced on a Scrabble tile holder. Do you remember I had a lot of these? And I still have a lot. They're here in my house. So I'm balancing my phone on one of these. I would highly recommend it. Go to a Scrabble game if you need a phone holder. It's brilliant. You can play Scrabble, hold your phone, put it back there. I have tea. Make sure you have your tea or anything else that you need to feel comfortable. And I picked up the wrong book. Nothing much has changed. Still a bit wacky. Even wackier because I don't have you to keep me on track. Okay, here we go. Oh, one last thing. I know you're like, Steffi, get on with the story. This is my little fairy wish. See that? So I don't know what kind of wish it is. But a friend gave me this. So I'm going to call this a storytelling wish. How about that? Okay. Are you sitting comfortably? Are you cozy? Wriggle around. Find your best spot. I don't know, maybe you're sitting there with your family or by yourself. Get cozy. So yesterday when the battery ran out on my phone, Tommy and Annika, the very clean children next door, who are about to learn how to have fun and adventure, maybe they'll stay clean. I don't know. Not every adventure has to be muddy, right? So they were hanging over the wall of Villa Vellicula. I'm getting better at that. Hoping and wishing that somebody with children would move next door. Right? Right. That's where we're at. So here we go. So just as they were standing there considering whether it was going to be one of those dull days where no children moved in next door, just when they were thinking, oh well, no children are ever going to move into Villa Vellicula, the gate squeaked open. And who do you think stepped out? That most remarkable Pippi Longstocking. Remarkable like you. There she was, out for her morning promenade. Do you know what a promenade is? A promenade is like a walk. A kind of stately walk, a little ramble around. It sounds like a cake, but it's a walk. So there is Miss Pippi Longstocking having her morning promenade, and this is what she looked like. Her hair was blazing red. I wish that was colored in. Oh, maybe I'll color it in. Her hair was blazing red, and it was braided in 2 tight braids that stuck straight out. Whoop! Whoop! Oh, I feel like a dog when I do that. Whoop! A dog in the wind. Okay, stop. I'll be off topic. You know me, I'll have 17 inventions for braids. Okay. Her nose was the shape of a very small potato and was dotted all over with freckles. It must be admitted that the mouth under her nose was very wide, with strong white teeth. So there she is with her big mouth, her potato nose, her sticking out braids. And her dress was rather unusual. And this is the best part. Well, there's lots of best parts, but one of the best parts is that Pippi made her dress herself. Huh. Totally a sparrow. Yes. She had meant it to be blue, but there wasn't quite enough blue cloth. So she had sewn little red pieces on it here and there to make it big enough. I love that part. On her long, thin legs, she wore a pair of long stockings. Pippi Longstocking. She's wearing stockings. Pretty good. So I'll repeat that. On her long, thin legs, she wore a pair of long stockings, one brown and the other black. And she had on a pair of black shoes that were exactly twice as long as her feet. The shoes her father had given for her in South America so that Pippi would have something to grow into, and she never wanted any other shoes. But the thing that made Tommy and Annika open their eyes widest of all was the monkey sitting on the strange girl's shoulder. It was a little monkey dressed in blue pants, yellow jacket, and a white straw hat. I hope that monkey liked wearing those clothes. Yeah, let's just think this monkey liked wearing these clothes. I'm sure that Pippi would make sure that the monkey was happy wearing those clothes. Pippi walked along the street with one foot on the sidewalk and the other in the gutter. And Tommy and Annika watched as long as they could see her. In a little while, she came back. And now she was walking backwards. That was because she didn't want to turn around to get home. When she reached Tommy and Annika's gate, she stopped. The children looked at each other in silence. And at last Tommy spoke. Excuse me, why did you walk backwards? Why did I walk backwards? Said Pippi. Isn't this a free country? Can't a person walk any way she wants to? For that matter, let me tell you that in Egypt, everybody walks that way, and nobody thinks it's the least bit strange. Excuse me, how do you know, that they walk like that in Egypt? You've never been to Egypt, have you? I've never been to Egypt. Indeed, I have. That's one thing you can be sure of. I have been all over the world and seen many stranger things than people walking backwards. I wonder what you would have said if I had come along walking on my hands, the way they do in farthest India. I think that you might be lying, said Tommy. Pippi thought for a moment, and then she said, You're right. I am lying. Well, that's not very nice, said Annika, who had finally gathered up courage to speak. Well, yes, it is a lie, said Pippi, but I forget it now and then, and how can you expect a little child whose mother is an angel and whose father is the king of the cannibal island and who herself has sailed on the ocean all her life, how can you expect her to tell